Hello everyone, greetings of the day. Dear authors and invited guests, welcome to Technical Session 12D. Myself Prashi and this session will be moderated by me. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Scholastics LLP, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 10th International Conference on ICT for Sustainable Development ICT4SD 2025 Goa, India. The 10th edition of this conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event is being held today in Goa, India, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom from 17th to 19th of July 2025. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeable session and interactive session through the day. In this session, we will have 10 presentations. Each presenter will be given 10 minutes for the presentation and 2 minutes for the questions and answers. On the 9th minute, I will raise a gentle reminder. There's another request to all our participants that you stay connected with us till the closing remarks. If you have any queries or updates, then you can write it to me in the chat box given down below. Just before we start our session today, I would like to introduce you all to our session chair, Dr. Yogesh Mali. Dr. Yogesh Kishan Mali is an associate professor with 11 years of academic and research experience. He holds a PhD in cybersecurity, an ME in computer networks, and a BE in computer engineering. His areas of expertise include cybersecurity, IoT, blockchain, and artificial intelligence, making significant contributions to these cutting edge fields. We welcome you to the session, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for being here. Uh, just before we start, would you like to say a few words to our participants?
Yes, on the behalf of this conference, I would wish them all the best and let the research work and the ideas should be presented and let the knowledge gaining session start. I officially declare the session is open for all the presenters.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
I would like to call upon our first presenter. Our first presenter is Temuri Devugorje, presenting a paper on the title Application of Laser Engraving and Cutting for Customized University Information Signage Creation. So if you are available with us, I request you to kindly take over with your presentation, please.
Okay, I am a professor associate Tihomir Dovramadze from Technical University of Varna, Bulgaria. I am from Department of Industrial Design, Faculty of Shipbuilding. Also, I am the Vice Dean of this faculty. Also, I am the President of Bulgarian Association of Ergonomics and Human Factors, which is a member of International Ergonomics Association and European Federation of Ergonomic Society. So today I will present you article who connected with laser technology. So with title is Application of Laser Engraving and Cutting for Customized University Information Signature Creation. I will try to be optimize my time also to fit with your program. So I would like to notice that for us, laser technologies are very important right now, and we try to implement more and more this state-of-the-art technologies. So in this case, our target is to produce a university signature that can help for a logistic of university. Also, the article explore not only the useful of the final model, but also technology parameters of this technology. So here you can see in the introduction parts of that, as I mentioned, technical parameters of laser technologies are very important. Also material, also qualification and expertise of design experts to can create a good quality of digital design and maintenance calibration. Also monitoring of this technology is very important for the whole process and after processing. So when you have go to produce products with laser technology, so it's very important to have this list with important parameters that you should always make attention to can everything go correctly with the process. And also this is very important for safety and comfort of the process of the lab. I would like to mention here more focus at the methodology for precise design of custom models by laser engraving and cutting. So in this part here you can see this is from one hand pre-processing of the methodology of producing the final laser made models. So the designer should have to have a good understanding of which symbols will add to this signature. The logo should be original. Also, the text and font should be calibrated very good in the field of design process. In the next, after the first base is ready, the design process go to designing the um, mm, computer file. It's very important to know which files should be used, also which files are compatible to the exactly model of laser machine, because we have many laser machines. So here you can see that we use vector file or DXF, or also scale by vector graphic also is possible to be used. But if we have a raster, for example, there are technologies to trace the raster to vector and again go to the next stage. So after the final file is ready, we can go with the processing of engraving or cutting. So basically this software is are compatible with other machine, but we also use external software. In this case here you can see the material, the software, also in the used format exactly for this topic. Here you can see the interface of the software and the final video file which we made to document the laser process. Here you can see the YouTube link also. This is included in the article. In this image you can see the different depth, contrast, engraving, quality engraving. So the laser machine is very important to be modified by power of engraving and cutting, also, and speed. So the quality is the work of designer also. This must be related with parameters of laser machine. So here you can see the checking the dimension of the workplace and the position of the object relative to the x and y coordinates. And here you can see a finished metal custom university information signature. This is already implemented in a real field. And here you can see the design process, the logo, the font, and the whole composition. The result is very good because this is 2 millimeters metal plate which was cut very precisely. We haven't problems, and this technology and methodology can be used and for other models. The discussion part, here you can see the main information which I noticed with my voluntary presentation today. So the human factors is very important, of course, and the whole understanding of design process of designers. The conclusion, here you can see that technology is very well related with Industry 4, Industry 5, also Society 5. So we know that additive technology go to Industry 5 via artificial intelligence. So we try to implement and combine all these technologies in our work. And acknowledgement, this study was conducted with the support of ergonomics and human factors regional education CPUS network. This is a European network, which consortium is from 9 countries and lead universities from my continent. Thank you very much. I hope I'm not extend too much my presentation.
No, no, no. You were in time. No issues.
Yeah.
Was a great presentation. Your work is also good. You are doing engraving and cutting through the lasers. I have some questions for you.
Yes. Mhm.
First is what kind of file type you are submitting to your model?
Yeah, yeah. As I said, basically, the most important is vector files. But if you haven't a vector file, is not problem. If you have only a raster file, this can be any type of image, PNG
Okay,
or JPEG. So you can make trace of the image to this vector file and just to use DXF. This is AutoCAD very well known format. So after this, you can go to local software of laser machine because
okay, okay,
most of these
okay.
machines they already have implemented own software. So this is very good related software. So the file formats is in the center, and if you pick up the right file formats, you can follow the whole process. So you can go forward without problems. But of course,
No,
designer should have more or less experience, depend of situation.
okay, no problem. How you are going to convert that particular JPG or a PNG file into a raster scale?
Yes. Thank you very much for this question. So basically, this is a deep discussion between colleagues. If you ask me personal, my opinion, so I prefer to use open source Inkscape software. This is open
Good.
source. I can make a little bit advancement here. So this is not commercial software. So there is a automatic process of trace raster to vector. So it's very simple process. Only a few minutes and you can be ready with your design model, computer
Okay,
design model. Mhm.
okay, fine, okay, fine. Good one, good one. No problem. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for presentation. Thank you.
Thank you and good luck to everybody.
Thank you. Now I'd like to call upon our next presenter, Trivaswani, presenting a paper on the title Agati, a personalized women's safety and empowerment app. I request you to kindly take over with your presentation, please.
My name is Dhruva, along with my friends Praful, Aman, Rajveer, and our mentor Mrs. Pallavi Saindane ma'am. We are going to present on the topic Agati. So, first of all, what is Agati? Agati is basically a Sanskrit term which means rise of women. So, Agati is a personalized women safety and empowerment app. So, first, let's dive into the topic that why did we choose this topic and why we chose this theme. So, still today, in most of the parts of our country, women they are not allowed to work outside for various different reasons, mainly safety concerns or various other reasons. But even if they want to start their own business or startup, even if they have some idea, but they don't have proper guidance, they don't have proper knowledge, from how to organize funds and all those things. So these are some real world issues present in our country, and Agati is a small attempt to try to solve such issues. So in our app, there are basically two different modules. One is the safety module and other is the inclusivity module. Let's dive into the safety module first. So our app gives different safety features. The first feature is the fake call feature. So as the name suggests, fake call, it will trigger a fake ring on the mobile phone of the common user. So this feature is very useful to get out of some awkward situation. Uh, let's consider an example. If a woman is traveling in a cab and she is not feeling safe or she is not feeling comfortable and she needs to get out of that situation as soon as possible. So she can use this feature of fake call, which will trigger a fake ring, and then she can enact as if she is speaking to someone, that she can get out of that situation as soon as possible. And also the cab driver will not try to harm her because thinking that okay, someone is there with her. Uh, so this is a feature to get out of some uncomfortable or unsafe situation. The next feature is about SOS emergency contact list. This is a small contact list present in our app itself, and we can add the contacts of our family members and our friends here. And why we need this is actually this feature is actually connected to our third feature. I will explain it to you in that in detail. So our third feature is the live location tracking. So our app provides a live location or a tracker which, so whenever this feature is on, the user's mobile phone will send an SMS to all the contacts present in the SOS contact list, which I explained to you in the second feature, which will contain the links you can see on the screen. These are the links that are sent via SMS, and these are the Google Map links, and which will show the live location of the common user. And the important thing here is that the user don't need to send that manually again and again. These SMSs, they will be sent in 15 minutes automatically. So once the feature is on, in every 15 minutes, the SMS is sent. You can see here, they are all sent in within the span of 15 minutes. The next feature is the nearest police station locator. So just in case of emergency, if some woman needs to seek the help of police or needs to go to the police station, so in case of some panic situation or something, she can just use this feature wherever the user is. The app will find out the location of the nearest police station present there and will give all the details in the Google, and it will redirect to Google Map as well. So this kind of feature will can help in case of some emergency. So these are the some safety features. Now let's move on to the second module, that is the inclusivity module. So as I told you that people are not aware about how to start their business or startups, basically there is a lot of lack of awareness in our country. So what we have planned is that the already existing entrepreneurs who have their own companies or the startups, they can come to our app and they can host events or seminars online in our app itself. So they can host their the events, and the common users who are interested to attend those events, they can book a slot in that seminar or webinar. And of course, it will be a paid feature. The entrepreneur can ask for the fees, and the common user needs to pay the fees via a payment gateway, and even that is integrated in our app itself. So this is the feature for seminars. But in webinars, there are hundreds of people present at a time. But just consider a situation if some woman, she is very serious about becoming an entrepreneur or starting their startup. She is very serious and wants some personalized guidance. So for that as well, we have another feature of one-on-one training sessions. So here, what the entrepreneurs can do is they can make slots in day. Okay, that I'm available between 9 to 10 p.m. today or something like that, and then they can make the slots available, and the common users who want to have a training session, personalized training session with the entrepreneur, they can book the slot. Again, this will be a paid feature with the payment gateway, and they can have a personalized interaction with them, with the entrepreneur. This will be mainly regarding the experience. They can share their experiences, or how did they organize funds at when they started at the beginning. So all those things, it will be very much personalized. Yeah. The next feature is about open discussion forum. So I'm sure that you all have heard about the platform Quora. In that, how we can ask questions about various different domains, and people who know the answer and who wish to, they can answer them this is a very much similar platform to that thing as well. So many common users, if they have some doubts or some questions, it can be related to any domains like educational, business, or politics, anything they can. If It's kind of a discussion portal on various different topics they can discuss, and they can communicate with each other freely. The next feature is about the government schemes. So there are various government schemes present that governments provide related to uh, MSME loans or startups, or many things are there, but people are not aware of that. So what we have done is we have used a web scraper which will fetch the latest schemes present in the present actually, and then they can scrape all the schemes and show it. We have showed that in our app's homepage itself. So you can see here schemes are present, and these are hyperlinks. They will be redirected to the uh, official websites. Everything is fetched from the official website, government website itself. So our app kind of acts as a central portal for all these schemes as well. So common user don't need to go to different sites to find different feature schemes. The next last feature is the navigation chatbot. This is a very basic chatbot, uh, and this is just developed for the purpose of navigation. And this feature is mainly for the users who are very new to our app, and they don't know about the different features present in our app. So they can use this feature, this chatbot, so as to navigate between different features. Yeah, this is a very basic one. So we have many other plans for future, like maybe integrating a real chatbot, maybe with LangChain or something like that. But that's for future. To conclude, I think that Agati is a very impactful tool. It has various safety features, and also it helps the common users in starting a new journey of entrepreneurship or startups. So it actually helps a lot in and affects the society a lot, because whenever if some common woman, if she starts a new startup, that will generate a lot of employment as well, which will eventually help the society. When we see in the when we zoom out and we see in the larger scale, it will help a lot, and and will benefit to the society a lot. I think it's a very impactful tool. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Dhruv, it was a nice presentation. Agati, a total bunch of features you have kept with it to encourage the woman empowerment. Nice to have those type of features, but I would have some technical terms for you. Whether you have tested this
Yes.
particular app with a number of people, real world entities.
No, in real world we haven't tested.
Okay, that would be creating the real life challenges. Why? Because lots of this kind of app sometimes even send fake messages, or suddenly some kind of message can be sent which is not useful. Second thing, the feature you have added of 15 minutes location text, that can be also for someone, it can be also an hectic one to get those many responses back. Lots of terms in particular real time applications are there where you have considered this particular thing. Your perspective is good, but who will update all the government related schemes at the back end? What will be the response time? How they are going to helpful for real world entity? All these terms should be considered, right?
Yeah, no, for the schemes, that is actually scraped from the online website. So whenever new schemes are updated online, so that will be reflected.
By web scrapping you are going to just copy them here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Fine, no problem. It was good one, but I still prefer you to see real-time challenges after the deployment. What can be there, and that can be also included with the research work, so that there would be a scope for improvement.
Yes, yes, sure. Actually, yeah, we are planning to integrate many more things, but yeah, this until what we had planned, we have developed until that. Now we are planning, I mean, future, we are planning to integrate with chatbots as well, uh, more features related to LangChain and all. But okay, that's, we have to check that. And also, as you mentioned, the real world challenges and all. Yeah, that's actually a good point to look into.
Yes, yes, fine. No issues. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation, sir. Thank you so much, our chair, for the valuable additions. Now I'd like to call upon our next participant. Our next presenter is Nikhil Vaishya, presenting a paper on the title Augmented Reality Based Human Anatomy Learning Platform. I request you to kindly take over with your presentation, please.
Hello. Uh,
Yes,
I
sir.
hope I'm audible and my screen is visible. Yeah. Hello.
Yes,
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 yes.
it is.
Okay. So hello everyone. My name is Nikhil and welcome to my presentation for ICT4SD 2025. My name is Nikhil and I'm from Shahan Anchor Kachi Engineering College. The project that I'm going to present today is augmented reality based anatomy learning platform, or short form for it is ARAL. So it is basically a 3D model and augmented reality based anatomy learning platform. By that, what do I mean? I'll be explaining in the further slides. So you can, in simple words, you can imagine like having a 3D skeleton. Uh, Basically, suppose you are a medical student or somebody hoping to hop into a field related to biology. So imagine having a 3D skeleton or any part of the human body to learn visualized in your phone. So for better learning, that's Aral for you. So yeah, that was my introduction for the project. 1 minute, sorry. Yes. So yes, before getting deep into the topic, I'll just show you the basic what our app looks like. Basically, we have made an Android app which will be used for visualization of different anatomical parts of human for better understanding. This is a basic home screen, and next is how it will be visualized in app. And there is also an additional module of basically you can scan a image of any part of the human body from a textbook or any image from anywhere, and it will visualize in real world. So why do we have to develop this project as a learning, and why can we not just continue with the traditional learning methods, that is the textbook? So when learning from a textbook nowadays, reading or learning from a textbook is associated with boredom. Whenever we try to ask a student whether you would prefer to read a book or do some online activities or learn the same thing from online, they would, majority of them, I'll not say everyone, but majority of them will prefer online. So the need for this is basically this only. For specifically for medical students, it is not easy to learn about any human part or any biological, we can say, components or biological things from textbook, because not everything is symmetrical in human body. Suppose I am a medical student and I want to learn about human heart, and I am trying to learn it from a textbook. There is an image of the heart and they are explaining with labels that this part is this, but the human heart is not symmetrical from everywhere. So the 3D structures and the augmented reality part comes into play here, because from visualizing it, it is better, it is way more efficient to learn it way more better and retain it. Because from reading, we may retain it for 2 or 5 minutes, but from visualizing, we can retain it for longer. Yeah. So basically, our proposed system is, I'll explain it shortly. What is a proposed system and what are the features that we are going to implement? Uh, the full body anatomy viewer, by that we mean that right now we have only 4 to 5 models, because it takes a lot of time to develop it in Blender and integrate it with Unity. So our main motive is full body anatomy viewer, so that user can visualize any part of
हा
the
बोल
human
हॅलो.
body. Hello.
ठीक आहे, ठीक आहे, तुला हे पाठवून देतो, त्याला दे सोडून तो.
Hello. Yeah.
Nikhil, you can continue. Nikhil, you can continue.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So yes. So our main motive is right now for any human part of any human body part to be integrated to the to the application. Yeah, there is augmented reality interaction as well as the interactive quizzes. Basically, by what I mean is not just visualizing and seeing everything. After learning, there is also an information part, and humans and the users can also test their knowledge based on the interactive quizzes. And for these interactive quizzes, we have integrated AI into it. What does AI do here is basically it gives questions based on the users uh, current level of learning as well as the previous learnings. Like I'm a user, I have given a test on certain uh, a body part, suppose the heart. I have given a test on it, and at the in the last test, I scored 5 out of 10. So the AI will analyze what are the 5 questions that I did wrong and what are the learnings that I require. So it will give me recommendation based on that, and the next test will be certainly based or revolve around that, so that it can test around my weak points as well as strength, but it will emphasize more on that. Yes, and then the layer based visualization is our future scope. Basically, right now, what our app does is straight up give away the model. Like if I want to learn about a brain or a human heart, it will just give me the heart, and uh, the user can interact with it to learn it. But the future scope that we are developing right now is the layer based visualization. That is like a human, we can say there are levels to biology of a human. There are cells, then tissues, then organs, then organ systems. So layer based basically means that only the humans can dissect a human organ virtually through their phone to learn basically what is inside and what is going on. Yeah, annotation and notes, adaptive learning paths, markerless AR. These are just some backend going on. What it will implement is basically just a UI UX part so that user can learn better. Yes, these are some of the algorithms. SLAM is basically an AR algorithm which is used for edge tracking, we can say, or the surface tracking, so that whenever a user scans an image or visualizes it in real world, this algorithm comes into play. Then there are decision trees as random forest. Along with it, random forest is also there for the quiz part. Yeah, this is a simplified version of our application. There is AI Foundation along with Unity, which is used for rendering of the 3D models. There is backend, there is Blender for the model designing, as well as there is uh, AI part where the interactive quizzes come into play. So as you can see, the human when the user scans an image, the camera AR will capture the image. Its target will be defined, and from the AR foundation, there will be various models stored in it, and along with data, it will be rendered to the user's phone. Yes, this was the basic structure of it. Yeah. So what is the future scope and what is its not just me? How can this project be developed by anyone? What can be integrated into this to solve real world problem? Right now, if I were to talk about the sustainability development goals, we are solving two major ones. Like the first one is better education for all, and the second is smart medicine. We can say smart medicine knowledge, medicinal knowledge, not just medicine that comes into different category. So yeah, so it can be integrated with medical data. By that we mean, if I were to implement, suppose imagine I am a basic non-medical background user. I don't know what a MRI means, what a MRI means, or what any X-ray or any data, patient data that I get from a hospital means. So we can connect it with medical data to better explain that to them. Then there is AI powered anatomy identification. One. Yes, its name explains itself. Basically, not every tissue or every part of the human body is identifiable. Suppose I am a engineering student, but I want to learn just something more about human body, and I don't know what this particular part does. What is its fun facts? What is so that the second part is for that. Third is voice and sound integration, and then the interactive layer inspection. I've explained it to in the previous slide. Yes. So these are some of the references. There are many more of it. Basically, we have referred these references from for the understanding why we need this project and how we can implement it. Why we need this, we have basically explored because it was not possible for us for to we had a limited time span to conduct survey whether whether users will actually learn using it that. So we have referred some previous latest 2022 and 2021 papers as well as 2023 papers to understand whether we need it or not and why we need it, as well as how we can implement this using AR. Yeah. So that was our project. And thank you for giving me the opportunity. That was my 10 minutes.
Okay, Nikhil, good one. The augmented reality based on anatomy learning platform which you have designed will be helpful definitely for not only medical students but also to small children who also want to know what is heart from the basics.
Yes,
And my question for you would be whether a real time working of heart can be shown, how the blood is pumping and etc. I'm taking just a case study of heart. It might be any organ.
so that is a very, if I were to talk about my vision or my vision by developing this app, yes, it is possible, but right now my knowledge is limited. So the phase that my project is right now, it only just shows a static model. But if it is a very good use case that can be implemented, but it is not available right now. Even
Okay.
even in the market, I don't think so. There are any application that shows. There are videos, but not the real model type.
Okay, fine. Regarding your model, whether you have shown to someone who are from medical stream to get authorization of the same?
No, sir, not right now. We have not done it. Even our guide, Miss Vaishali ma'am, told us to do that, but not we have not done it.
Okay, okay. You can focus on that aspect as well so that your research would be universally accepted. And good one
Yes, sir.
was a novel one.
Yes.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, sir. You very good point, sir. Medical is a very vast field and it requires very much authenticity. I'll do
Yes,
that.
yes.
I'll take note of that point. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay.
Thank you so much for your presentation, sir, and thank you so much for your valuable additions, sir. Now I'd like to call upon our next participant. Our next presenter is Saish Patangare, presenting a paper on the title Automated ESG Scoring and Prediction. I just request you to kindly take over with your presentation, please. Sir Saish.
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
Am I audible?
yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah. So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Saish Patangre. I am from VIT Pune. So, basically, I am going to present my work title Automated ESG Scoring and Prediction. So, basically, what is ESG? So, ESG stands for Environmental, Social, and Governance Factors. These are crucial indicators that investor and regulator use to evaluate the company's sustainability and ethics. So basically, traditional ESG score are calculated by company itself, and they publish it in the public domain. So basically, in our work, we use natural language processing and sentimental analysis to automate the ESG scoring process and to use the more efficient way to score them and to visualize them. So basically, the for the literature review, we basically research how and research how understand to like how basically ESG calculated. What are the good ESG strategies can increase the investor confidence and reduce the risk, leading to the better financial performance. So it's allow the machine learning model like SEM or XGBoost we can use to like better the performance. So in the methodology part, so our methodology started with like collecting the historical data, like a news article or like any tweets, any public news that we can use to collect this data. So basically, this article are like reprocessed in the remove irrelevant content, clean up using the NLP technology. Like there are any bad words or any let's say explanation mark or a full stop, we basically remove in the first step and process them. So then we use the WADR sentimental analysis to determine the if news positive, neutral, or negative. So we have the three aspects: positive, neutral, and negative. Like in which context this news is to a public domain. So each article is mapped to ESG score categories based on the keywords, what the keywords they have used. This gives us like quantified sentiment score for the environmental and social and governance component. So, graph learning and prediction. So to model to model intercompany ESG relation. So we use node to wave, which is basically graph model. Basically, we take as a company as a node, and the related company or sister companies which may affect by the company. So we that tag as an edge. So node and this is like graph model we use in a backend. So basically, these are the embedding help us to understand how ESG performance one of the company might influence the other in its network. So basically, if one company is like growing, so that might help another company to grow. So that might also increase the ESG score. So we then feed this data to the machine learning model to predict the future ESG trends. So model like achieve mean absolute error about 0.12 and the root mean square error about 0.18, which is indicating like for the initial stage that like good performance. So visualization and dashboard. So we use the alter visualization library to like create the interactive dashboard that allow the like stakeholder or like investor or any new person to like see how the age score over the time, what are their back trends, how can the company is growing in the future. We can explore the and we can explore the relationship with another company, how that this company might affect this company. So that we can understand from the dashboard. So this interface helps the investor and the regulators to make the informed decision based on the up to date and the data-driven ESG assessment. So in the result and summary part, so basically like our model achieved like 85% sentiment classification accuracy. So like our weather node to a graph effectively reveal like hidden relationship like how like from the news or any like tweet or any news we can extract and found the relation between the two companies and many more. So like the dashboard simplify the like decision making for the user and the system makes scalable and adaptable. So like in the conclusion part, to conclude the project to like present like scalable automated solution for the age scoring by combining the NLP, graph learning, and the machine learning. So basically, we have the created tool that adapt the real world data and that support the dynamic ESG score mounting. This work like has a potential application like in the investment research or a regulatory analysis. We have like basically understand how the company has worked in the past and what will be like its future trends. So at the end, I like to like thanks our professor and my guide Sheetal Power and my college VIT Pune who basically support us and my entire team. Yeah, that's it from my side. Open for the question.
Okay, Saish, whatever analysis you guys have done,
Yeah.
what is the data set you have used for the same?
So basically, there is a data set on the Kaggle which have like 2 lakh news article present. Basically, name of the data set to like news article data set, which is in basically the JSON format.
Okay.
So we use that data set for the training purpose.
uh, don't you try to collect your own data set from any other resource? Why? Because Kaggle of course will give you the data set without any outliers and it will be a labeled one, so
Yeah.
the pre-processing part is already eliminated and you guys just need to apply the model and get the accuracy, which will of course show the score above 95. So don't you tried in that perspective to collect your own data set and try to fit to your model?
No, no. Basically, the data set is in the news article link format. So basically,
Okay.
we use the pre-processing in like extracting the that words. Then they remove the bad words like there is a comma or any full stop or explanation mark. So basically, that the bad part we remove and then collected the like the there are tokenization we call that. So basically, the like where a great good things are like in the article we extract and content in the positive part and they're like any bad word and negative part. So how that we are extract data and do the pre-processing.
Okay, fine. Now, next question is, whatever accuracy you have got it,
Yeah.
have you tested with the literature review whether it was comparatively good? Why? Because in your presentation, I never seen anywhere the comparative analysis.
No, basically there is no like the we basically analyze the what type of model we can use. There is no like automated thing that's already done. So basically this type of model to for extracting purpose or the training purposes, what type of different model they have. Like there is XGBoost we can use. There are like BERT NLP thing we can use to train that type of analysis from the literature review. Not the like comparing to the like extracting thing.
Okay, but there might be some research work already been done in the same sector where you guys are focusing right now, and they
Yeah.
must also have got a good accuracy. So I would request to see those type of articles and let them be in your literature review as an base paper or something for base, because when it comes to giving this such type of analysis, there is always a scope of getting wrong prediction as well. So what I would suggest is you can go for such papers as well as research material, and also some data sets where you are able to find the similar research done by the researcher.
Yeah, sure, sure. Basically, we just use for prediction purpose for initial stage, we use the linear regression. Basically, in the like literature survey, we found like there are XGBoost we can use. There are like high level model we can use, but that needs the high computation, and the data set should be like good enough, like in the millions to like train that model. So we can improve that in the future scope.
Okay, fine. Okay, Shaish,
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
Good one.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
okay.
Thank you so much, sir. I'd like to call upon our next presenter. Our next presenter is Chalama Shetty Nishtha, presenting a paper on the title Blockchain Powered Secure Federated Learning for Healthcare, Privacy Guaranteed AI Training with ZKP Enhanced SMPC and Tamper Proof Model Aggregation. If you are available with us, I request you to kindly take over with your presentation, please.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Chalamalasati Nishta from Siddhartha Academy of Higher Education. And today I'm here to present my paper titled Blockchain Powered Secure Federated Learning for Healthcare, Privacy Guaranteed AI Training with ZKP Enhanced SMPC and Tamper Proof Model Aggregation. This work was done in collaboration with my co-authors, Yalavarti Kalyan Chakravarti and Dr. V. Esther Jyoti. Let's begin by understanding the motivation behind the work. So, the use of artificial intelligence has enabled incredible advancements in diagnosis, treatment planning, and disease prediction. However, healthcare data is extremely sensitive, and regulations often restrict the hospitals from sharing raw patient data. This creates a challenge for training high quality AI models across institutions. Federated learning offers a promising solution in this regard. It allows multiple hospitals to train a shared model collaboratively without ever exchanging raw data. But unfortunately, federated learning still has several vulnerabilities. It is prone to poisoning attacks, data leakage, and communication overhead. Moreover, it lacks mechanisms to verify the trustworthiness of the updates submitted by each participant. To address these issues, we propose a novel framework that integrates blockchain, secure multi-party competition, and zero knowledge proofs, a system we call blockchain powered federated learning or BFL. So the core idea is simple. We aim to build a secure, privacy preserving, and scalable federated learning system specifically tailored for healthcare in order to overcome the drawbacks presented by the traditional techniques such as homomorphic encryption, basic differential privacy, etc., which often has increased computational costs or compromised model accuracy. So the proposed solution integrates blockchain-based federated learning with secure multi-party computation, zero knowledge proofs, adaptive differential privacy, and smart contracts for integrity enforcement. So coming to the key components, we use blockchain to ensure transparency and immutability. Every update that is accepted goes through a strict validation process and is stored securely on the blockchain, preventing any kind of tampering. To prove that a client's update is valid and trustworthy, we introduce zero knowledge proofs or ZKPs. Using ZK snarks, a client can approve that their update meets the required conditions without revealing the actual data or the model weights, thus preserving the privacy. Next, we use secure multi-party computation with Samir secret sharing. This allows multiple clients to encrypt their model updates and aggregate them securely without revealing their private parameters. We also incorporate adaptive differential privacy, which adjusts the noise added to each update based on the client's past behavior or the trust score. More trustworthy clients get minimal noise, while the suspicions will often receive higher noise or are flagged. Finally, smart contracts on the blockchain enforce strict rules before an update is accepted, ensuring that only verified secure contributions are stored. And so coming to the methodology, we start by locally training the models at each hospital. Later, a zero knowledge proofs are generated by the each hospital in order to ensure the model compliance. Later, only the secure models are then aggregated via the SMPC, and the adaptive differential privacy technique is then used to inject the noise based on the trust scores. And finally, the model updates are then stored on the blockchain. So here is a brief architecture. So the process begins with each hospital training its model locally using private data. After training, the hospital generates a zero knowledge proof to verify its compliance with the security rules. The model updates are then encrypted and aggregated using the SMPC. Adaptive differential privacy is applied to each update based on the client's reputation. Finally, only the verified metadata such as the digital signatures, ZKPs, and the hashes are stored immutably on the blockchain in order to in order to reduce the storage. So this secure cycle repeats across multiple rounds, gradually building a global model that is not only accurate but also private and tamper-proof. Coming to the experimental setup, we have used a real-world heart failure dataset containing 10,000 patient records in 17 clinical features. So each of the 10 participating institutions received a different subset of the data to simulate real-world heterogeneity. We used models such as CNN, RNN, and transformers for training. The environment was built using PyTorch, TensorFlow, and Hyperledger Fabric. So coming to the results, our framework received a model accuracy of 88.9%, which was higher than the traditional FL, which is basically around 85.2%. And then the attack detection rate was around 98.7%, demonstrating strong defense against the adversarial updates. So we observed a 20% reduction in the computational overhead, and only 12.2 KB of the storage was required per round on the blockchain, making it lightweight and efficient. So coming to compare it to the homomorphic encryption methods, our system added only 1.4 seconds of the latency per round. And thanks to SNPC, the aggregation process was found to be 2.3 times faster than the standard FL techniques. So to conclude, our proposed BFL framework successfully addresses the major limitations of the traditional FL in sensitive domains like healthcare. It ensures uh, strong privacy, robust attack resilience, and verifiable model integrity. Looking ahead, this framework extended to several other fields. For instance, in cybersecurity, the organizations can collaboratively train threat detection models. In finance, banks can use it for fraud detection without exposing the customer data. It can also benefit IoT networks for secure collaborative training. So, and thank you. And now I'm ready for any question or other questions.
Okay, Nishita ma'am, as if the work you have proposed, you have taken a case study of medical health data and where the hospitals will locally update and they will send that particular to a public framework. Now, my question for you would be, imagine one file which is updated with XYZ hospital and similar that file is needed by some ABC hospital. In that case, how the transactions will be done?
So here, each hospital will have their own private data set and they'll be performing the operations on that particular data set only, sir. So the main purpose of this system is to enhance the privacy, right? So that no other participant can get access to that particular data.
That only I'm asking. So initially, if XYZ has already been proposed with one file and which is already been public with some any network, and within that particular that same file is required by some ABC hospital for further updation. In that case, how your model is working?
So,
Did you got the question?
yes, sir. So if in case they want their particular data, they individually need to train and test them individually, sir. So the
Exactly. So that would become a heavy hectic problem if even a small updation is needed within that particular file. Then I need to do all the entire process back again, right?
yes, sir.
then imagine if I only just want to change a single value of that particular file, I need to go from scratch, which will be a time consuming and xyz consuming process, right?
Yes, sir.
In that perspective, you need to think upon. Second thing, how you are avoiding the tampering.
So we'll use some cryptographic techniques, sir, and such as
Some
anomaly.
which some, please be precise. Some, which, how, what, which cryptography technique?
So, so, so zero knowledge proof is a cryptographic technique only, sir. And
Okay.
again, in secure multi-party computations, we'll be using Shamir secret sharing technique. So here, each individual mod, model is then divided into several different smaller parts, and in order to construct the entire model, we'll be requiring a certain specific number of attributes. So since they are not distributed among others, so it will be impossible to share the others.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for your presentation, ma'am. Now
Thank
I
you.
request. Now I'll invite our next presenter, Ramgeet N. Nair, presenting a paper on the title Determinants of Risk-Taking Behavior in FinTech Apps, the Role of Gamification, Financial Factors, and Psychological Influences. I request you to kindly take over with your presentation, please.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Ramgir Nair. I will be presenting the paper on determinants of risk-taking behavior on fintech apps, the role of gamification, financial factors, and psychological influences on behalf of my team. So, apart from myself, my team members include Nandana R and Vidika Kana. So, moving on to the introduction part. So, the rise of fintech platforms revolutionized financial services so that investing, payments, and banking become more accessible to users. So one of the key driver of user engagement on these platforms is gamification, along with psychological triggers, along with psychological influences such as self-efficacy, financial stress, and risk tolerance. So the Indian financial market, which include investment services, is growing exponentially through it. So the gamification also promotes a huge amount to this fintech apps. So this study plans to investigate the interactions between gamification, financial parameters, and psychological elements in shaping risk-taking behavior among fintech apps. With this understanding of the factors, the research should provide insights into how fintech platforms should harmonize user engagement, led design, and good financial decision making. So, moving on to the problem statement, while gamification our study seeks to investigate the impact of gamification on risk-taking behavior in fintech apps, specifically in investing and digital payment apps. As such, apps increasingly add game-like elements such as rewards, progress bars, leaderboards, and streaks. To increase user interaction, there have been concerns that they may promote plus or high-risk financial choices, particularly among younger or self-financially savvy users. Through studying the behavioral reactions to gamified features and demographics and psychological trends, this trends attempts to learn how various user communities comprehend and respond to these design decisions. The intention is to create useful evidence-based advice on creation of gamification features that are effective at engagement and ethically sound to assist users in making well-informed and conscious financial choices. So moving to our methodology, so our main source was a descriptive research, and the primary source of data was a primary data collected from various users, and it was a non-probability convenience based on based on people in our locality. And the main tool that we used was questionnaire, and the sample size was about 200 people. So the main data analysis that we used was Python, which in which we done the OLS regression and also used the multi-collinearity analysis using various inflation factors. So this is the conceptual work. So we have taken the risk-taking behavior as our dependent variable, and gamification, financial knowledge, gamification effect, risk tolerance, self-efficacy, as our independent variables. So moving on to the literature review. So we have taken Donna Wang, Hongfei Lu, Yu Menes Lewis, which shows that gamification enhances technology adoption among older adults by increasing perceived enjoyment usefulness through perceived risk and hinder adoption intentions. So the next one is Bayuk and Altabello propose that gamification effects are moderated by app know-how and financial literacy. The third one is the Kasser, which examined the influence of gamified trading apps and found that while participation improves, so does impulsive choice making, which results in increased financial risk. And the last one is Dr. Rajsri Joshi, Ms. Bhakti Samnani, and Ms. Isha Khajanji, which showed that gamification positively influences retail investors' engagement and decision making by making financial concepts more accessible and interactive. So, moving on to the data analysis, which is the OLS regression. So we got the R squared value as 48.1%, which showed the system behavior is explained well, and the adjusted R squared is 0.465, and the F static and the p value is less than 0.001 in all our independent variables, showing the model is highly significant. So the Durbin-Watson model shows that there is no autocorrelation and it's not repeating. And the omnibus test p-value shows 0.120, suggesting normality of residuals. And the last one, condition number, which shows there is no severe multicollinearity in our analysis. So this is the analysis we have done. So moving on to the next one is the multicollinearity assessment that we have done. We have used the variance inflation factor for the assessment of multicollinearity. That is no other questions. The questions are not repeating and each of them shows us different values. So the largest value is financial knowledge, which is within the same limit, and also the dependent variable is not taken for this. So the value of 34.5 is negligible. So this is the analysis that we have done using the Python. So this is the findings that we have got, and it includes the first one is the role of gamification. So the gamification is the beta value is 0.14 and the p value is less than is 0.001. So it shows a positive influence, and it shows that the gamification features prompt users to take higher financial risk. And the next one is the gamification effect, which shows a negative influence, as the beta value is minus 0.12 and the p value is 0.000005. So this implies that the gamification elements strongly induce risk taking, financial risk. So but the users themselves are not aware that they are into a risk-prone area, and they are not consciously making the decisions. So the negative views on gamification impacts are based on people's impression that gamified items do not change their behavior. So the next one is about the financial knowledge and its relation to risk taking. So the financial knowledge is also have a positive effect, and individuals with higher financial awareness are more likely to take riskier financial actions. And the last one is the psychological aspects of risk taking. So the risk tolerance, it also has a positive influence. There's at the beta value is about 0.2754. So this aligns with the social theories in behavioral finance correlating to personality traits with financial choices. So the next one is self-efficacy, positive influence. It also has a positive influence. So it indicates that those who have confidence in their capacity to handle social and financial environments tend to take investments in. So the last and final one is social influence, which also has a positive influence, showing the beta value as 0.1598. So it emphasizes that there is increased peer influence and social norms on financial risk-taking behavior. So users are more likely to undertake riskier transactions when they are influenced by their social networks. So moving on to the recommendations part. So we recommend that there should be more. There should include more financial literacy prompts, such as it's about a questionnaire asking about financial knowledge and also knowledge about finances, so that people will be more prompt to the area. More. And the next one is the prompt transparency of gamification effects. So apps should provide a clear disclosures or notifications about gamified features. And the last one is design ethical gamification features. So fintech developers should design gamified elements that motivate learning and responsible decision making, and not impulsive risk taking, such as also it should include how much they have spent over a year along with the gamification features. So that's all about my presentation. I thank you, the ICT4SD, for giving me a chance to present on our topic. And thank you and have a nice day.
Okay. My question for you would be, what are the risk analysis that you have done regarding your model?
We have prepared a questionnaire, sir. We have it's about we have used the Python mainly for OLS regressions. About we have taken the questionnaire and converted into categorical variables, and afterwards we have aligned it to our dependent variable.
Okay, the accuracy which you have got compared to other models in the literature review, whether it is higher?
No, sir. It's marginally the same.
Okay, fine, no issues. Good one. Okay.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for your presentation, sir. Now I would like to call upon our next presenter for this session. Ramesh Babu Mutruli, presenting a paper on the title Dynamic Performance Evaluation of Utility Linked Rural Microgrids. I request you to kindly take over with your presentation, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Audible and my screen is visible.
Yes, sir, you're audible and your screen is visible.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is Ramesh Babu Mutluri from MNIT Jaipur, and my other team members are Dr. Vinith Kumar Singh and Dr. Dipti Saxena. Our topic is dynamic performance evaluation of utility linked rural microgrids. So these are the content: introduction, architecture of microgrid, modeling of the components, and simulation of wind energy system, PV system based model, and simulation results, discussion, conclusion, appendix, and references. So coming to the introduction, rural areas still have disturbed power supply. They are not receiving continuous power supply because of lack of resources. So, but day by day, the demand and supply gap is increasing. So we need alternative resources. If you go for fossil fuels, they create pollution. So microgrid, which is having renewable energy resources, it offers a solution for this problem. And yeah, coming to the mainly, we focused on control for the microgrid. So what is the need of control architecture? To stabilize the voltage and frequency in the dynamics, smooth power exchange with the grid, and the renewable energy uncertainty management means when the renewable energy is not available, how to manage, how to supply the demand. So, and dynamic load balancing for into the architecture. This is our architecture. We have a PV system and wind energy system, and both systems are connected to by using inverters, and we have interlinking transformers also. And this is grid connected microgrid. So grid is also there, and the load is 500 kilowatt. We have considered here. Grid is supplying 250 kilowatts, and PV and wind are supplying 125 kilowatts each. So when there is no PV and wind, so grid only alone will supply the entire load. And coming to the modeling of grid connected this microgrid with the renewable sources. So this is the power balancing equation: real power, grid power plus wind power, PV power will supply the like load. And similarly, this is the reactive power, equation 2, and equation 3 and 4 represents when there is a small change or perturbation. So these are the equations. 1 and 2 are modified as 3 and 4. And next, the deviation in the active power generation and the load results in the system frequency deviation. So we can derive these equations. So change in the frequency is equal to the Kp1 by upon 1 plus S into Tp1. This is the gain. This is time constant. And come to the reactive relation. Similarly, reactive power imbalances leads to the bus voltage variation. So in this domain, it is represented as delta Vs is equal to Kv1 upon 1 plus STV1 into changes in the reactive powers, respective reactive powers. So So this KP, TP, KV, TV1 are the gains and time constants for active and reactive powers. So coming to the modeling of the inverter interface for wind and solar energy systems, the small signal model for both PV and wind is developed using inverter output power relations. You know this V inverter is output power of the inverter and V is the bus voltage. So this is V inverter, V sin delta inverter upon XT is the interface transformers reactance, and this is the real power equation 7, equation 8 is reactive power. So here the variables are delta delta inverter and V inverter and V. This XT is constant, so that's why we are partially differentiating the equation 7 and 8 with respect to the variables. Then we will get equation 9 and 10, both real and reactive power. Then these P inverter upon del delta inverter. This is replaced by KV1. Similarly, this K inverter 2, K inverter 3. So we will get equation 11 and 12. So from them, this is a transfer function representation of the converter for wind energy system and PV system from the equations 11 and 12. And design of the grid. So here this is bus voltage V and this is grid voltage E. And coming to the real power and reactive power equations. So this is the EV sin delta XT grid, and this reactive power equation 15 represents reactive power. And here also the utility voltage is considered as constant, and V and delta 2 are the variables here. So and that's why equation 14 and 15 are partially differentiated with respect to delta and V. Modeling of the frequency based voltage. So this equation 18 represents the load characteristic equation. So this basically represents the sensitivity of the active power with the variation of the voltage. Means if the variation the voltage, if there is a change in the voltage, how the active power changes. So this is the relation, and PL0 is the rated load voltage, and after change rated load power, and when there is change, this is the after the change the power will be PL, and the V0 is the bus voltage before change, and V is the after change, means V0 plus delta V. So then expanding the equation using binomial and neglecting the delta square terms, we will get this equation 20. And normally the variation will be proportional to square, like n is equal to 2 here, and V0 is 1 per unit, and change in the voltage 5 per unit. And
Ramesh sir,
Yes.
instead of going with the mathematical term, you can go with the next part. Let me see.
I will come to the result then.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So here, these are the results. What we have done is we validated the system by using different cases, like there is change in the load increase and decrease, and there is change in the.
I was asking the same thing, whether you have monitored it in real time. You have
Yes, sir.
done with that. Any more results?
No, sir. These are the our final conclusion. We concluded that the frequency settles within like 8 seconds, and voltage settles within 3 seconds, and the deviation of the frequency and voltage within the permissive limits, like 1%. Voltage is normally 5%, but it is within permissive limits, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay. Your perspective and motto behind introducing grid is very nice. But what about the consideration where we don't have any resources like wind energy and solar energy? In that perspective, whether grid will be totally out of picture?
No, sir. This is grid connected system. Like when there is no wind and solar, only grid only alone supplies the load, sir.
Okay, but from where the grid will get its own supply?
No, grid means it is like normal grid where it is a conventional power plants. All the things are connected together. Like it is like infinite power source. Normally we consider it as an infinite power source.
Okay, fine. No problem. No problem. Okay,
Thank
good one.
These are the, yeah, thank you. Yeah, just I will stop sharing.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to call upon our next presenter for this meeting. Ashwita A. Shetty, presenting a paper on the title Machine Learning Algorithm for Poultry Chicken Cordyceps Disease Detection. I request you to kindly take over with your presentation, please.
Yes, hello, mom. Am I audible?
Yes, I'm audible.
My screen, I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, it is.
Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about the topic machine learning algorithms for poultry chickens for the coccidiosis disease detection. Me, along with my guides, have worked on this paper. These are the contents that is actually I'm going to discuss. What is coccidiosis basically? Coccidiosis is one of the mostly affected diseases in the poultry farming. It is actually caused by the protozoan called as Amaria. Actually, the Amaria has the multiple subs. It like Amaria. It is the general name, and it has like 9 different species that is present, which affects the coccidiosis. What this disease is basically, it is going to hit the intestine of the chicken. Because of this illness, the poultry farmers are facing the severe damages during, especially during this monsoon season. At this time the spread is more, we can tell the actually it is there all over the year, but during this time it is more, and the disease gets spread through the maybe contaminated water, food, or maybe if the environment is not hygienically maintained. It is usually affected to the younger chickens, where the immunity level is low. Why I have considered this topic is basically this poultry farming is one of the good revenue generator for all over, most of the countries all over the world. If I take here, I have also displayed the graph which tells like what is the death rate. It is almost high due to this coccidiosis. Whatever the death rate I have got, the statistics is almost high in all the years. Now let me explain how this coccidiosis actually affects. It is basically this Amaria parasites has 7 days of life cycle, like outside, inside or outside the host body. What happens is actually when this fresh oocytes, it is present in the environment, it will actually go on splitting, multiply. What happens is it will sit on the feathers of the chicken, or it may be present in the food or the water, whatever the chicken is going to consume. It enters through the mouth. If it is on the feathers, when they are pricking themselves, it will enter the body, and as it enter the body, it is going to create a problem in the intestine. When the oocyte enter the body, what happens is exactly that particular host, I can tell it as a host chicken, it stops absorbing the nutrients of the food that is intaking. Because of that, its immune system goes very low, and which may leads to the death of the chicken. So how can we identify this? Is actually the major symptom is that fecal matter analysis. In the fecal matter, we can see the blood spots on it. Okay, this is how the life cycle of that is. What happens? We can see here fresh oocytes that will split and it will enter the body. And again, when its feces are present, in that multiple oocytes are released. Again, it is going to split, so that the spreading is very faster, we can tell. And if it is early treated, we can avoid the death of the chicken. Okay. So, what all the existing, or I can tell the traditional approaches that we follow, especially in India and some of the other countries, for the prevention of this disease is one is use of coccidios stents. That is nothing but it's something like a chemical which is getting which we mix it with the food or water or whatever the in food what we supply to the hen, we mix it with that and we give it. Because of that, what is the major drawbacks that we are facing is that in turn the people consume this meat or egg, whatever they consume from that, it this chemicals that affects indirectly the human body. So in most of the countries, they have banned the use of coccidiostains. And next is vaccines. Yes, vaccines is available for this disease, but again, so vaccine is very costly, and the poultry farmers they cannot afford for the vaccine, or it is I can tell it is impossible for them to vaccinate the all the chickens. Okay, and next is natural alternative. It may be some herbal products that is again mixed with the food and it's given. But actually, what happens here also the now most the coccidiosis has developed the resistance for this, and they can it is not going to work nowadays. So bioactive components, it is again this is also it also controls the disease. Again, it has a adverse effect on the human body as well as the chicken. So next, coming to that, what all the technical things that for identification of the coccidiosis has happened. Till now, I can tell you in general that most of the work has been carried out based on the microscopic image. So actually, what is the major concern is that again collecting the fecal matter, collecting the microscopic image, and then it is analyzing. So that takes a huge it takes a lot of time, which results in again a widespread of the coccidiosis. So any very rapid solutions has to be determined for this. So the first strategy here is this is all these methods whatever I have listed is based on the fecal matter analysis. So here the various strategies for identification of the coccidiosis is one of the paper I have referred. This is basically, again, as I told, it is a microscopic image is considered, and that is being analyzed, and it is again the KNN algorithm is used for identification whether that fecal matter collected has the coccidiosis or not. And next one is detection of coccidiosis by using the air analysis. This is again the air sample is collected from the poultry farming, and that is determined for the presence of oocytes. For that, PCA and KNN algorithm is being used. And next, the early warning of coccidiosis, even again, this is also the air sample collected. Again, it also goes with the PCA, and the diagnosis of coccidiosis using miniature mass spectrometer and machine learning. Again, this is also yeah, of course, the whatever the microscopic image is collected, that is determined. This microscopic image is determined for the using the lasso model. Next is the automated image analysis for detection of coccidiosis. For this, masked R CNN neural network architecture is being used. So here in general, what I can tell is almost all the methods are dealing with the analysis of the microscopic image has been analyzed. No direct fecal matter analysis has been done. Next is the methods. Why I'm discussing here the chicken activity monitoring also. The reason is, so when the chicken is affected by this disease, it exhibits one is the fecal, as I told, in the fecal matter you can analyze. Also, it exhibits the physical changes, okay, or the behaviors. So I have made a list of some of the papers which has been discussed about the physical activity measurement of the chicken. That is like first one is automatic analysis of the chicken using the gait score. This is the gait score is nothing but which will identify the movements, like it will consider a centroid, and from the centroid it will take the like how many times it has moved. Again, when they are considering this into account, what they are going to do here is again the different categories they do. Younger chickens, they move more, the gait score is more. When the chicken becomes older, the gait score is less. Okay, for this anamic software is used, and the whatever the frames that is being generated, that is again Friedman testing is being done for this. And after that, computer vision techniques for identification of chicken behavior. Again, here the classification tree technique is being done. Here all the input, all the videos are considered into account for this. Next, monitoring of the chicken activity based on climatic condition. Based on the climatic condition, how they behave. For this, mean prediction model is being used. Next, monitoring of the chicken movement and the drinking pattern. For that, CNN plus UNet is being used. UNet along with ResNet 50 encoding has been used here. Next is chicken farm monitoring method. Here, IoT techniques for monitoring of the temperature of the coop and the maturity of the chicken, all those things. Quality of the tools for measuring the chicken activity. Here, YOLO V5 deep learning algorithm has been used for identification of the chicken activity. Again, after that, automatic detection of chicken activities. Here also YOLO V5 is used. And chicken behavior analysis in poultry farming. The technique here, the computer vision techniques has been used for predicting of the chicken behavior. That is smart optimization has been used. Next, to tracking tool for identification of chicken activity. This is done using the YOLO V7 and the strong sort algorithm. So by observing these two things, we can see that in this field, especially, the work has been carried out on the older algorithms, and also we don't have the much accuracy here. Like we got for the classification of the fecal matter, around 90% accuracy has been observed using YOLO V3. But more than that, we didn't find any accuracies. And what actually I just want to tell here is we can use some advanced algorithms for both the fecal matter analysis, which may be YOLOs, YOLO V8, V9, or V12. And based on the different size, we can try this and we can get the more appropriate result. And also we can develop a hybrid model, and also we can use both the physical analysis examination of the chicken, as well as the fecal matter analysis, so that both will help us to identify individual chicken which is affected by the coccidiosis, so that it is easy for us to separate the chicken from the coop, and we can further prevent the occurrences of the diseases. So what I want to conclude here is this is like as I have already told, it is very important disease, and it is creating a heavy loss. If this disease is not treated in the very initial stages, we can expect the complete death of the chickens, and it might cause a heavy damage to the poultry farmers, as well as I can tell the entire nation income also. So we have to as I told, we have to consider both the symptoms, and we have to identify the exact chicken which is affected by the coccidiosis. And these are the some of the references that I have gone through. Yeah, and that's it. Thank you.
Okay, Ashwitha, I have a
Yeah.
question for you. What is your
Yeah.
contribution in this particular research? As if I was able to see whatever the literature survey you have done.
Yeah, this is
only
yeah,
only a review. Only a review you are presenting.
Yeah, it is a literature review, and I just identified like which algorithm they have not touched and what is the accuracy and what is the gap in this particular this thing. It is actually a review paper.
Okay, okay. I was waiting for eagerly waiting what you are going to propose, the new concept, and which you are going to tell how you can.
Yeah, actually, I have already started working on that. The gap analyzed, whatever it is, with the hybrid models I'm going to work on. This is actually my review paper.
Okay, fine. You have done a deeper analysis. Wish you all the very best for the implementation part as well. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Now I'd like to call upon our next presenter for the session. Our next presenter is Piyush Sharma, presenting a paper on the title Multi-Class Classification of Mammographic Density and Mass Regions for Breast Cancer Diagnosis using a ResNet-based framework. I request you to kindly take over with your presentation, please.
Good evening, everyone, and all the participants. So the topic for my presentation is multi-class classification of mammographic densities and mass region for breast cancer diagnosis using ResNet-based framework. This research work I have conducted under the guidance of my supervisor and my co-supervisor, Dr. Harish Patidar and Dr. Anuj Kumar. So this research basically introduces a ResNet based framework. So here we have used the ResNet 50 based framework for multi-class classifications of mammographic densities and mass region. So for this research work, we have tested it over two data set, in breast data set and DDSM, CBIS DDSM. And this has been compared with the different machine learning and deep learning classifiers such as CNN models, random forest, support vector machine, logistic regression, and k nearest neighbors. Amongst these classifiers, the deep learning model, CNN model ResNet demonstrated better performance in terms of accuracy, precision, recall, F1 score, and the AUC values. So next I will be presenting a brief introduction of my work. As mammographic imaging is the most important technique for breast cancer screening, as it allows the identification of the abnormalities such as in the mass regions or either in the different textures of the images. And for identifications, DCN and deep convolutional neural networks, especially the residual networks such as ResNets, has been emerged as a powerful tool for tackling this complex image classification task, as well as in diagnosis of the breast cancer. And in this study, we have used multi-class classifications based on the mammographic densities and the mass region. What was the motivation behind this work? So during a literature survey, we have found that there were different complexities related to multi-class classification problem, such as in differentiating between the mass types and the mammographic densities. Most of the work that has been done is on the binary classifications, in the classifications of benign and malignancy. So we have worked on the problem of multi-class classifications. So in order to overcome the shortcomings of the current techniques, this study basically suggests a ResNet-based framework. Now I would like to present the proposed flow. So first of all, the data has been collected. So we have downloaded the data from the online data, which is available for the InBreast as well as for the CBIS DDSM. Next, for data pre-processing, first we have applied the Gaussian filter to remove the noise and smoothing the images. Then we have standardized the images and normalized the pixel values. For contrast enhancement, we have applied specific on the specific area so that we can get better clarity for identifying the mammographic densities as well as the mass regions. In feature extractions, we have applied the features of on the texture, shape, pixels, and depth. So in feature extraction, we have used handmade features as well as deep learning characteristics such as GLCM, LBP, and HOG that were also used to identify the geometry measures like the area, the parameter, the circularity. Next, for model training, we have used the CNN model. So ResNet model was used for multi-class classifications. And to increase the accuracy, we have used the dimensionality reduction techniques such as principal component analysis for conserving the significant features. Coming out to the performance of the ResNet model over the ingress data set. So this we have conducted over ResNet, CNN, random forest, SVM, logistic regression, and KNN. In terms of accuracy, ResNet obtained higher accuracy, 94.5. The precision values was also higher in comparison to the other classifiers, 92.5. The recall value was 93.2%. F1 score was 92.8% and AUC value of 0.96. If we observe the same here in the graph as well, so in the graph, let me find. Sorry. So in the graph, we can see this is the ResNet. So ResNet outperforms in comparison to the other classifiers. Seeing the values of the accuracy models of other, such as CNN, random forest, SVM, logistic regression, and KNN, they have obtained lower accuracies, precisions, recall, F1 score, and AUC values in comparison to the ResNet model. Again, it was compared for the second data set, that is the DDSM data set. So in DDSM data set, ResNet outperformed in comparison to CNN, random forest, SVM, and logistic regression. So ResNet obtained an accuracy of 92.1%, a precision value of 90.3, recall value of 91.0%, and 91% only, and F1 score of 90.6, and AUC score of 0.94. Here in the graphs, we can see the accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 values for the ResNet, CNN, random forest, SBM. So here also we can see that ResNet outperforms. Now the question that comes is, first I will be giving an overview, then I will be coming that how ResNet outperformed in comparison to the other classifiers. What were the key findings? So here for feature selection, we have used hybrid technique using machine learning, and the model which we have used is CNN and ResNet 50. For density assessment, we have used deep learning auto detection methods, and for multi-classification methods, we have worked on classifying it on benign, malignant, and normal differentiations. For mass segmentations, we have worked on hybrid loss functions. In the proposed methodology, as I explained that for pre-processing, we have used Gaussian filter standardizations, and for feature extraction, we have worked on texture, shape, pixel, and depth. Handmade features plus deep learning features, we have used GLCM, LBP, HOG. For the geometry area parameters, deep learning features, dimensionality reductions we have applied, and for training the model, we have used ResNet with 5-fold cross validation. We have augmented the data so that we have enhanced the data. As in deep learning, we require a huge amount of data, and in medical domain, we have a constraint with respect to the number of images. So in breast data, we have total 116 images, whereas in DDSM, we have 2620 images, which are categorized into benign and malignant, and they have mentioned the suspicious labels as well. Now the question here comes that why ResNet was selected. So ResNet was selected because of its effectivity to extract the features from the mammograms, and to handle the problem of vanishing gradient. Vanishing gradient is an effective problem when it comes comparing to the other CNN models. ResNet was able to handle the vanishing gradients very well. The model was trained over 1000 epochs with a batch size of 32 and learning rate of 0.01. So the input images were 740 by 480. We have reduced, downsized it to 224 by 224 pixels, and we have enhanced using data augmentation techniques such as rotation, zoom, and horizontal flipping to maintain the consistency and minimize the variations. We have used five-fold cross validations. So the key findings were ResNet consistently outperform in comparison to other CNN models. It better handled the multi-class classifications challenges. It was a robust and it is a strong potential for clinical deployment because it speeds up the workflow and reduces the radiologist burden. The future works for this work is we can enhance the models interpretability by using some of the advanced techniques such as GradCam and SHAP, which we can use and apply some future works for further. The references which I have studied in this research are mentioned. That's all for the presentation.
Okay, Piyush sir, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
From where you have got the data sets?
Sir, this data sets are online available in the repository. So I have taken the online data sets. I have downloaded these images. JPG images are being given,
Okay.
116 of in breast and 2620s of the DDSM images are available,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Okay. This is considered as your PhD research.
Yes, sir. It is my PhD research, and I am
Then
for.
okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, got it. I want to give you some valuable insights in terms of PhD research. Whenever you are going for your PhD research, they might challenge you in your final dissertation presentation that you need to have your own data set as well, with the collaboration with some of the hospitals or the dermatologist or maybe the doctors, whoever are the concerned people in this particular health track. So my point of intention to tell you is go for real-time data sets. I know it will be hard to get in country like India, but still you can get and try for the same. Else you can meet the people or the patients who are already having such a disease which you have identified or the defects, and that would be also creating impact of your research.
Sure, sir. Noted, sir. Valuable suggestion, sir. And sir, as initially mentioned in my research work, there are two supervisors. So one is Dr. Harish Patidar, who is a professor in computer science and engineering, and second is Dr. Anuj Kumar, who is a radiologist in SN Medical College, Agra, sir. So that's why
Great,
I
great.
have collaborated with the SN Medical College. But still, the challenge is that, sir, from the government institutions. Accessing the data set is really a complex issue as we have to go through many formalities. So, but still, I am trying to access some of the data sets from the medical college as well, so that I can work
Yes.
on real-time data.
Yes,
Well.
even you can, I will give you one alternative through which you can get this kind of medical real-time data sets. You can create your account at ResearchGate and try to attract the people who are working already in this field. They will definitely, they are definitely from other countries, but we are just dealing with real-time data sets. That's only our main objective. So from there also you can get.
Sure, sir. Noted, sir. Thank you for the valuable suggestion, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation, sir. Now I would like to call upon our next presenter, Pranav Dagal, presenting a paper on the title Pediatric Dental Caries Classification using Deep Learning and Empirical Comparison of CNN Architectures. I request you to kindly take over with your presentation, please.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
Pranav.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. So here, our project topic was pediatric dental care classification using deep learning and empirical comparison of CNN architecture. Our paper ID is 769, and our we are four group members along with our guide Prajakta Shinde ma'am. So outline of the presentation. The presentation will now contain the following topics, including problem statement, the purpose, scope, and objective, requirements, the high-level design, system architecture, some UML diagrams, future scope, and result. So problem statement. Problem statement mainly is to develop a web platform for automated dental caries detection. The platform will accept colored dental images, process it using three distinct deep learning models, and predict it as caries and non-caries. For caries images, the system will highlight the affected areas. So purpose. The purpose of our project is to address the critical need for early and accurate detection of dental caries, which affects millions globally and often goes undiagnosed until advanced stages. Manual diagnosis by dentists can be subjective and time consuming, leading to delayed treatment and increased healthcare costs. Binary classification of dental caries using three CNN models, namely ResNet, DenseNet, and BGG19 prediction system, and using Streamlit web interface. Main objectives. The first objective is to collect and curate a diverse, high-quality dataset of color intraocular images of children aged from 1 to 14, ensuring proper labeling of caries and non-caries cases for training and evaluating deep learning models. So basically, our dataset was of size 360, in which we had 160 caries images and 200 non-caries images. Second objective is to develop and train three CNN models. Third is to compare and evaluate the performance of these three CNN models to create user-friendly web interface using Streamlit and to provide visual highlighting of detected caries lesions with confidence scores. Requirements. So basically, hardware requirements were CPU, GPU, RAM storage. Software requirements were Python with AIML libraries, Streamlit for web UI, and Kaggle for runtime environment. High level. So basically, the high level design of our system was the user interface where user can upload image, basically the front end. Then back end will process the image. It include deep learning models, and the result will be processed and visualization will be performed. System architecture. So basically, a system includes the input image, then image acquisition, including image various operations are performed on image like scaling, rotating. Then image pre-processing is done. After that, features are extracted using deep learning. Then dental lesion classification using deep learning. Basically, it classifies the image into two categories: caries and no caries. The future scope is basically multi-class classification. Till now, just we have done detection of into caries and no caries, just like binary classification. But in next process, for future work, we want to classify the images based on the types, based on the level of the caries, and clinical collaboration and real world deployment. So these are the sample images. So we have used Streamlit as front end. Here are two samples of caries and no caries images. We have along with the confidence score assigned along with it. Conclusion. So here are the comparison between three models along with their accuracies and training losses. Out of it, DenseNet has the best validation accuracy. And these are the references to which we have referred as a team. Thank you.
Okay, Pranav, from where you have got the data sets?
So basically, for the non-caries dataset, we have got it from internet called as Mendeley dataset. And for caries images, we have referred our medical college but by contact of our guide. So we have got caries images from that college.
Okay. Any recommendation taken from the dentist?
No, we have just taken the carriage images, and basically recommendations was that the quality was image quality was low, so we have to pre-process it, and then classification has to be done.
Okay, here you have considered only one aspect of caries. There are pretty more aspect when you consider the dental teeth defects such as cavities. There might be root canals need to be done, and there might be
Yes, yes.
bridging and gaps and etc. So you can consider those aspects as if only one aspect is not that much efficient. So you can go for multiple aspects as well.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation, sir. Now I'd like to call upon our last presenter for this meeting. Harsh Itkar presenting a paper on the title Stock Recommendations Leveraging AI ML for Informed Long-Term Investment Decisions. I request you to kindly take over with your presentation, please.
Hello, I'm going to share my screen now.
Yes, sir.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
So, good afternoon to everyone. My name is Harsh Shetkar. Today, I will present our project titled Stock Recommendations Leveraging AI/ML for Informed Long-Term Investment Decisions. So, this is a joint effort by our team at Pimpri-Chinchwad College of Engineering, Pune. I will explain why did this research, the methods we used, the models we developed, how they work, and what we found. Our aim is to make long-term stock investing simpler and smarter using AI and machine learning. It is not easy to invest in stock market for long term. The market keeps changing and behaves unpredictably. Old methods like reading charts or doing manual analysis need expert knowledge and a lot of time. They also don't show real-time changes. So we thought, why not use AIML to help investors get quick, smart, and reliable suggestions? To move from the concept to solution, we broke down our goal into four clear objectives. First, we aim to design a smart stock suggestion system that delivers meaningful and personalized recommendations. Then we focused into AI, using AI for automated fundamental analysis that adapts to the changing data. Another key focus was achieving accurate long-term predictions, uh, where we used deep learning models to understand trends beyond the short-term noise. Lastly, we prioritize the investor support to ensure data-backed investment decisions. We started by studying many research papers to find all the good methods used for stock prediction, from old style statistical model to latest deep learning ones. After making a list of possible models, we tested each one using past market data. We didn't just check how accurate they were, we also saw how fast they trained, whether they worked well on big data, and if they could handle sudden changes in the market. So first we tried linear regression to set a basic standard. It was very fast and easy to understand, but it assumed that the prices move in a straight line, which is not true for real market situations. So when the prices went suddenly up or it down, it gave wrong predictions. Next, we used LSTM. This model is good at remembering patterns over time, and it understood the trends and seasonal effects better than linear regression. But it took a long time to train and needed a lot of fine tuning. Sometimes it couldn't catch the long term trends properly. Then we tested GRU, which is like a simpler version of LSTM. It trained faster and avoided overfitting a bit better. But since it's simpler, it couldn't fully catch the details in the longer trends. Our big breakthrough came with bi-LSTM, bidirectional LSTM. This model reads the price data both forward and backward direction. So it could use past data as well as known the future events to make the predictions better. It gave more stable and accurate long-term results by using company financial data like ratios like PE ratio, ROE. We will talk about them later. For technical analysis, we built a CNN GRU hybrid. CNN layers help to detect the patterns for sudden changes or the chart shapes, and GRU handled how those changes uh, patterns changed over time. So this model trained faster and worked well for short-term market movements. Later, we added XGBoost on the top of CNN GRU model. XGBoost is a strong model, uses decision tree and doesn't need much of data cleaning. So it used all technical and market features and improved the accuracy by 3 to 5% from the CNN GRU model. We also tried some rule-based SHI fuzzy rule-based models that didn't work well with the market conditions because of the changes, and the transformers needed too much of data, were data hungry models which were not suitable for our data sets. In the end, we picked BiLSTM for fundamental analysis and CNN GRU XGBoost for the price prediction for long term. So let me explain our full system of smart stock selection and prediction step by step. We start by collecting detailed stock market and company data like real-time price changes and quarterly reports from balance sheets, mainly balance sheets, income statements, and cash flow statements. Using the we use the Y Finance API to fetch all these company data. After collecting data, we cleaned it properly, imputed the missing values, and feature engineered the some of the ratios like PE ratio, debt to equity ratio, EPS, ROE, and all. Then we scaled the data, normalized it. This data is then given to bidirectional LSTM, which looks at both the direction to give a fundamental health score. That is nothing but the return of investment to rank the stock, and we take top 10 stocks further for the analysis. These top 10 stocks are given to CNN GRU hybrid model. The CNN part catches the chart patterns. GRU learns how the prices change over time, and XGBoost fine tunes and improves the final prediction. So at last, the user is given top 2 to 3 best stocks as recommended. In stage 1, we collect and clean the financial data given to by LSTM, and we use a random search method to tune the hyperparameters like learning rate, dropout rate, hidden layers, and all. So these are very important for to control how the model learns and to avoid the overfitting of data. And after training, the model gives the fundamental score, and which using that we can rank the data. This stage is very important because it filters out the weak stocks and gives a strong base for the next steps, which will look at price prediction and technical analysis. In this stage, we focus on predicting the future stocks for long term. We use the hybrid model where repeatedly I've been telling CNN detects the short term patterns, GRU handles the long term temporal dependencies, and XGBoost uh, ensemble the improves the overall prediction accuracy. We combine their outputs using regression to generate a single unified price prediction. This stage is also important because it helps to move from just ranking good stocks to actually forecasting their future performance, which is a key for making smart investment decisions. Then we used mean absolute percentage error and R square to evaluate both the models. MAP is an ideal metric for evaluation for our project as it shows the prediction error in percentage, making it easier to compare across stocks within different price levels. BiLSTM gave uh, MAPE of 2.27% and R square of 0.97, showing high accuracy in scoring the fundamentals. CNN GRU Exibus achieved MAPE of 7.2% and R square of 0.91, performing well for the long-term price prediction. To sum up, we developed a two-stage AI system combining BiLSTM and CNN GRU Exibus to handle fundamental analysis and long-term stock prediction. Using this financial and market data, it delivers accurate, scalable, and time saving, making the long-term investment smarter and more informed. Thank you.
Harsh, it was a really nice presentation. You explained everything in detail, how your model is working. Let me ask you a genuine question. With the prediction of your model, whether you have trade in real market?
No, not yet.
Okay, okay. So you can try out with that and check how it outperforms. Why? Because whatever prediction your model will give and top prediction of top 2, 3, 4, 5 stocks to buy. And depending upon that, you can see in real time market what they are actually doing. Don't buy with actual money. You can go with some dummy accounts and see and check the probability how your model is working. Why? Because lots of stock prediction models are already there in market, but they are highly unpredictable because the nature of the market. So I
Yes,
would prefer you doing that. Second thing, this is a generalized topic, but still you have used lots of elements in every stages. That was a brilliant point which I have seen. So I would recommend you to only go with real time perspectives and check how your model performs.
yes. Actually, I have also
Okay.
tested this model with means I have splitted the data into train and test, and the test is giving very much kind of accurate results.
Okay, okay. Real time scenarios in real time market, it might be something different you will observe.
Yes,
But I would wish you to work on real time entities so that you can test your particular model at greater heights.
yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity. Also, I would like to thank ICT4SD for giving me this opportunity to present my work, our work actually, and PCCOE for helping me throughout this research.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, sir. Thank you so much for your presentation. Now, with this, we come to the end of our session. I sincerely thank all our authors and for the excellent presentation and contribution in this session, and all our authors for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough. We, on behalf of the whole team, thank you for your support during this 10th version and all the previous 9 versions of this conference. We'll be happy to have you in the 11th version in 2026. All the presenters would be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days. Further, all the papers have already been forwarded to the Springer. The publication will be live within 7 to 8 months. Kindly cooperate with the team of ICT4SD 2025. I would also like to thank our session chair, Dr. Mali. Sir, thank you so much for your valuable presence. I would like to share a small token of appreciation from our end. This is for our chair on behalf of the team of ICT4SD 2025 and Global Knowledge Research Foundation and partners. Thank you so much for your valuable presence, sir. Would you like to make a closing statement before we conclude?
Yes, it was actually a knowledge gaining session for me as well. All the presenter were very nice, and as if the GR Foundation and the conference always give the preference to all the authors. It might be from any country outside the globe. So I would also appreciate that and wish you all the very best for the 11th version.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Now I just request all of you all to kindly switch on to your cameras for a quick snapshot of our virtual conference. Requesting all our participants and guests to kindly switch on to your cameras for a quick snapshot. Thank you so much. Stay safe, take care. We'll meet you in the next conference in 2026. Thank you.